using this, but it's okay, I guess. Don't really like using this headset. I need an actual mic in front of me here. Maybe I can just wear earphones. Yeah, need to hear myself. Mic check, mic check. Reactions. So, checking out my new vanity vanity light. How do I look? Not too bad, is it? I got ripped off. I thought the stand would be coming with the light along with the order. Just got the circle thing. Can you see the circle thing in my eyes? Okay. Hmm. So what are we reacting to today? I've had a long day. I woke up early and did a lot of work. Oh, it was such a very frustrating day. Now it's time to relax. It's so frustrating when since the first second you wake up and you have to it's it's like work. Oh, I have to check this, I have to check that, do this, and I have to talk to this person, I have to email this, and oh man, just wake up. Yet it's 5:30 p.m. here. And window capture. I was streaming a Zoom meeting and I labeled it as the most boring thing in the world. It was so hilarious. And oh, where's the other thing? Yeah, it was hilarious. Then I thought maybe somebody will find it and report me. So I just thought maybe I should keep it private. Mm. There's a horrifying static sound. Man, why are my ears so damn sensitive? Could have done with no. I shouldn't be asking for I shouldn't be asking for low sensitivity. How about now? Okay, the static is gone. Lord save me. Lord Shiva save me. Har Har Mahadev. Okay, okay, let's start. Let's start. Where'd my window go? Ex OpenAI employee just. Check this out, guys. So, an ex OpenAI employee just revealed it all. They say AI is going to take over everything. What do you guys think? It's like I'm talking to myself right now, but I'd really like to know what people generally think about this whole AI thing. I mean, I've spoken with a lot of my friends, and they all believe that AI is not going to replace any jobs for some reason. They think that, no, all their life they're going to be safe because they're doing a job, and AI is just going to help them. Hmm. It's not in the screen. get it up here. So this is the whole screen. Oh man, OBS just... I can't do this. I need to put half the screen. I need to multitask everything. I don't have two different screens. Anyway, here we go. Ex-OpenAI employee. All of this could be nonsense.
Of course, the preservation of the 3 models that we need. And they're going to matter more when we get these larger clusters. And he says our failure today will be irreversible soon. In the next 12 to 24 months, we will leak key AGI breakthroughs to the CCP. It will be to the national securities establishment the greatest regret
CCP,
before the decade is out. This is, of course, the preservation of the free world against the authoritarian states, and it's on the line. A healthy need will be the necessary buffer that gives us the margin to get AI safety right too. The United States has an advantage in the AGI race, but we're going to give up this lead if we don't get serious about security very soon. And if we don't get this right, we need to ensure that we do now to ensure that AGI goes very well. And I do agree with that, because if we're not going to get this right, other countries could try and rush forward ahead with the technology so that they can, advance their research and design efforts in the military, so they can gain a military advantage. And what happens if there's some kind of security error where those systems go off the rails? I mean, it's truly going to be incredible. And he says, too many smart people underestimate espionage. The capabilities of states and their intelligence agencies are extremely formidable, even in a normal, non-all-out AGI race times, and from little that we know publicly, nation states or even less advanced actors have been able to zero-click hack any desired iPhone and a Mac with just a phone number, infiltrate an air-gapped atomic weapons program, modify the Google source code, find dozens of zero-day exploits a year that take on average 7 years to detect, spearfish major tech companies, install keyloggers on an employee device, insert trapdoors in encryption schemes, steal information. I mean, he's basically stating that, look, if little less advanced actors can do this, okay, and this is just the stuff that we know publicly, imagine what people are probably planning for the race for AGI. Like, imagine what is really going on behind closed doors in order to get the system. Because guys, AGI is basically a race to it first, and whoever gets the super intelligence first truly does win. Like, I want to make that clear. And he's basically stating here that, look, we need to protect the model weights, especially as we get close to AGI.
No.
It's going to take years of preparation and practice to get right.
What the hell?
And of course, we need to protect the algorithmic secrets starting yesterday's. Basically explains here that the model weights are just a large file of numbers on a server, and these can be easily stolen. All it takes is an adversary to match your trillions of dollars and your smartest minds of decades of work just to steal this file. And imagine if the Nazis has gotten an exact duplicate of every atomic bomb made in Los Alamos. Los Alamos was that secret area where people were developing the atomic bomb, and he's basically saying that, look, imagine the stuff from the atomic bomb had gotten to the Nazis. Imagine what the future would look like. That is not a future we do want to create for ourselves, so we need to make sure we keep the model weight secure, or otherwise we're building AGI for any other nation state, even possibly North Korea. He's basically stating that, look, this is a serious problem because all they need to do is automate AI research, build superintelligence, and any lead that the US had would vanish. The power dynamics would shift immediately, and they would launch their own intelligence explosion. What would a future look like if the US is no longer in the lead? And then, of course, this is a problem, because if we find out that they also have the same secrets that we do, this is going to put us
It's all propaganda, military propaganda.
Ensuring that superintelligence is safe is going to completely
all of this is just, they're just feeding this to all of us.
This gap where they're going to skip all the safety precautions
because the ex-OpenAI employee,
which is why I said,
he would have been an ex-human if all of this was true, and if he actually just came out and spilled out all their secrets or whatever.
Yesterday published Securing Research Infrastructure for Advanced AI. We outline our architecture that supports the secure training of frontier models. And basically they say we're sharing some high-level details on the security architecture of our research supercomputers. OpenAI operates some of the largest AI training.
Elon Musk just said that his OpenAI thing is not really open source. It's the most closed source, closed AI that can ever be conceived of. So all of this, none of the so-called small actors are going to affect any of this. You and me cannot affect AI in any way possible. Everything that is going to go on in the world of AI is going to be done by the major actors like OpenAI, Google, Intel, Nvidia, Microsoft, the big 4 or 5, whatever you want to call it. The big 4 is just basically Bill Gates, Bezos, Musk, and Zuck. These are the big 4. And it's not like they are going to be it's not like they're independently working for their own interests. They're all controlled by the same people. It's a big family, it's a big club, and you ain't in it.
On Twitter, like Jimmy Apples, that know when future releases are coming. So how, on earth is this even a thing? Because I think there were even some tweets about how certain people were taking pictures of laptops that were in cafes just near OpenAI's research lab, and essentially that's how they were getting the leaked info. So I'm guessing that maybe some OpenAI employees may have just left their laptops open, or maybe some
oh, it's so hilarious. They just left their laptop open. Yeah.
OpenAI's headquarters.
Seems about right. In OpenAI headquarters, they left their laptops open, so it's a security issue,
which holds a huge implications for the future. And of course, the last part of this is where he talks about superintelligence and aligning this. Reliably controlling AI systems much smarter than we are is an unsolved technical problem. And while it is a solvable problem, things could very easily go off the rails during a rapid intelligence explosion. And managing this will be extremely tense, and failure...
It's getting hot in here. Damn, I forgot to put the fan on.
If we make something that is 10 times smarter than us, think about how much smarter than we are from chips. We're not that much smarter in terms of the IQ, but the fact that we're, just a little bit more smarter than them, and we've been able to do so much more, it shows us that, look,
who's smarter than who, you say?
That's a million times smarter than you, to realize that it could screw you over.
Okay, I'm going to look for...
And of course, this is someone that literally worked on super alignment at OpenAI, so this isn't...
This AI thing is getting boring, isn't it?
Here's where the real problem lies, okay?
But I was currently looking up all the conspiracies about AI. It's all a conspiracy theory, isn't it? That AI is going to take over all your jobs. It's just theoretical nonsense written by tinfoil hat wearing doomsayers. So, and I don't think it's just doomspeak. I think it's very close to reality, and those the ones who are just denying reality, I think they're just misinformed or not informed enough. Now, Google wins 15 hours ago. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys something here.
Understand what's going on, and if we don't understand what's going on, then we can't reliably supervise these systems, which means it's not...
Let's just finish up this video quick. Super intelligence about 2028. They predict that there's going to be super intelligence, and that means AI is going to be able to do way more than any human combined, like all the humans combined in the world. So basically, if it can replace people right now, They're going to completely replace all of humanity. How are they going to do that? How would that look like, guys? How would that look like?
And of course, if you believe in free
Past is when are permanent. Super intelligence. Oh, look at these people, man. Look at them. Whereas past dictatorships were never permanent, super intelligence could eliminate basically all historical threats to a dictator's rule and lock in their power. And currently, who's ruling? Who do you think rules, let's just say, the financial industry? Who rules the entertainment industry? Who rules the pharma industry? Who rules the food industry? Who rules the video games industry? Can anybody name one company that literally rules the video game industry? One company. One. So all their dictatorial regimes are going to be unstoppable. Whatever. And all these rulers, they're gonna fall right under the WEF's commands and orders. That's literally the one company that rules everybody. BlackRock, Vanguard. They're gonna have a permanent dictatorship on everybody because they own AI. They're going to own AI. They're going to make it do whatever they want, and it's going to be a dictatorship. That's the... And it's going to take about 4 years.
Because someone in power, even if they
less than 4 years according to their statistics. And the parabolic charts.
So there is so much at stake here that this is why everyone is not taking this into account. So let me know what you thought about situational awareness. I do apologize for making this video so long, but I'm glad I made this video so long because there was still a lot that I looked at that, you know...
Okay, I need to relax.
If you
relax.
watch the podcast, I will leave a link to the video in the description.
But yeah, what do you guys think about... So, you don't think that AI is going to take over?
In which they have an interview.
This guy literally looks like AI generated. AI generated human being.
You really should know. So, if there was anything I missed in this video, let me know what you guys think, because I think this is probably going to be the piece of information that stays with me for the longest time, because I'll be constantly revisiting this document to see if some of these predictions are coming true and where things are lining up.
Okay, let's check this one out.
Let's take a look at some of the stories you really do want to know about, because although people think the industry is slowing down, a few key stories from today's video and you'll see that things are not slowing down at all. Now, one of the things that we got from the Meta 2024 earnings call was that they're aiming for Llama 4 to be the most advanced AI model in the industry in 2025. It's going to be trained on 10 times as much as compute as Llama 3. Zuckerberg said he would rather build too much compute than not enough. Now, if you know why this is crazy, is because, you know, previously when Mark Zuckerberg actually spoke about Llama 3, was that he said that, you know, when they were training the model and they were doing their tests, that the model was still getting better. And essentially they basically said that, look, we just decided to release the model, but we still could have made this better. Now, I do want to state that if this is the most advanced model in the industry, 2025, then that would mean that this model would have to outcompete Google, outcompete Claude/Anthropic, and of course dethrone OpenAI, who's going to be releasing GPT-5. So it seems that the AI race is truly heating up, because if that is...
Put the yellow light on. It's the yellow one, because it's easier on my eyes. I need to relax my eyes. I've been looking at screens since I woke up, man. I need to find a way to, like, just... All these doom speak about AI is getting me really stressed out.
hard to predict how this will trend multiple generations out into the future. But at this point, I'd rather risk building capacity before it is needed rather than too late, given the long lead times for spinning up new infrastructure.
So there you have it. They are focusing on building Llama 4 and continuing the AI development. So
Llama.
most people think, okay, this is slowing down. It's clearly not. I truly believe
Gemini.
that they can get it done, but I'm wondering
It's making my
how
teeth look
on
yellow
earth are they
too.
going to
It's kind of
achieve
weird.
having the most advanced AI model in the industry in 2025. Not that Meta can't get it done, but we've seen recently
It's
like,
definitely
there's
relaxing
always
on
been
the
this sort of
eyes.
convergence
Or is
around
it?
this new GPT-4 level. But I'm really wondering if GPT-5 and Gemini 2 and Claude 4 manage to pull ahead.
That's
can
harsh.
Tesla's Llama 4 manage to once again up the stakes again? So
That's
we've
easy
seen
on
them
the
catch
eyes
up
too.
before. So I mean, this time maybe they're going to pull out some new stops, some new architectures,
bad.
some new different ways to probably reason to where this is going to be possible.
Pink.
Now,
Is that
I'm
pink?
not sure if this is going to be open source. I do remember that previously there were some internal disagreements about open sourcing this new model. So I do wonder if that powerful model will actually be open source at all. Now, in more prediction news, OpenAI's director says that artificial general intelligence may be 5 to 15 years out. So if you aren't familiar with OpenAI's board,
Didn't they just say that we just
one of
came
the
out
board
with
directors is
traces
Adam
of
D'Angelo,
AGI?
CEO of Quora, and
AGI is
he made a
already here.
prediction during an event last week.
Did
He
you
said
guys
that
see
the
the
advent of AGI
the
will
video
be
for
very, very
what's it called,
beneficial to
Omnia?
the world when we get there. Hence the reason I've created my post AGI economics community, because if there's going to be some crazy event in the future where a powerful technology is going to change the world, it seems like you might want to prepare for that scenario. Now he says, of course, following the reports of earlier where OpenAI developed a new way to track its progress towards building AGI, the company sharing a new 5-level classification system with its employees. If you aren't familiar with
Check,
that,
check.
internally, OpenAI had
Does
this.
this sound
you can
better?
See level 1 chatbots,
Maybe.
AI with conversational language,
Or is
level
this
2
better?
reasoners and
Yeah.
human level problem solving, and level 3 agents and systems that can take action. So I've only spoken about the first 3 here because we're quite far away from level 4 and level 5, and I think what you can truly see here is that even before we get to AGI, you can see that having human level problem solving is going to be a complete game changer, and having systems that can actually take actions, these are going to be really game-changing events when they actually are surpassed. Because having systems that can take actions and having even on the latter end of things innovators that can aid in invention and AI that can do the work of an organization, this is going to be absolutely incredible level stuff that most people just aren't even comprehending due to the current nature of generative AI, where there's some hallucinations here and there. So I do think
Hallucinations.
that once these levels are surpassed,
That's such a hilarious thing to say.
things are going to get really crazy. Now, I do think that this prediction right here is
They call
actually
error
predictive of
hallucinations.
possibility, because it's not one
And
that
apparently
is too crazy, and it's not one
they
that is
gave it a
actually
very
safe in terms of
human
bets,
sounding
because he does say
name.
5 to 15 years.
They
and
called
you
it
have to understand
hallucination
that the
because
5 to 15 years is basically
AI is trained on
2030
human generated data
2045.
apparently, and
And if you've seen
when
anything,
humans
you
make
have to
a
understand that
mistake
AI
in thinking, they
development within the
hallucinate.
next 5
So
years, considering what some
it's like they're
people are
blaming
predicting
humans
for
for the
2030,
errors
you have
AI
to
is
understand
making.
that the next 5 years of AI development are likely to be twice as fast as the prior 5 years, considering the fact that now we've not just got a little small San Francisco startup that's working on this stuff. We've got literally all of the world's top labs working on generating / researching better ways to make intelligence, and there's a lot at stake here. So I would argue that within 5 years, could this happen? Most certainly, it most certainly could happen. But it will be interesting to see if
Less
there are
than
any
5
major roadblocks
years.
on the way to AGI, and how those come about. Now, in terms of actual developments regarding new forms of intelligence, there is exciting news from the chatbot arena. Now, Google DeepMind's new Gemini Pro experiment,
Yeah, this Gemini.
0801,
Just
has
the
been
name
tested in arena
itself
for the
creeps
last
me
week,
out.
gathering over 20,000 community votes. And for the first time, Google Gemini has claimed the #1 spot, surpassing GPT-4o, Claude 3.5 with an impressive score of 1300, and also achieving #1 on the Vision leaderboard. The Gemini 1.5 Pro excels in multilingual tasks and delivers robust performance in non-technical areas, hard prompts, and coding. So this is incredible. You can see that Google's new model, their 0801, and notice they're not calling this Gemini 2, although it very well could be, but it's just Gemini 1.5 Pro, an experiment. I'm guessing that they're, doing some additional reasoning on top of the already made model, because maybe they learned what Anthropic did, because Anthropic did some kind of, I'm not sure if they did post-training, I'm not sure if they added some architecture, but one of the things that we know for sure the Claude 3.5 Sonnet does is that it thinks really hard about its problem before generating response. If you weren't paying attention at the time when Claude 3.5 Sonnet was released, there was basically a prompt where you could
FYI, I am doing this for research purposes.
Before actually emitting a response. And I'm not sure if
I need to really check this out, what's going on right now, in order to progress in my career.
Deliver so much better performance in terms of its reasoning ability, but we do know that Google has definitely done something very similar.
All of these videos is just telling us one thing and one thing only, man.
Experimenting with Gemini 1.5 Pro.
How good these models are getting, and who's better than who.
How long it is going to stay there for, because sometimes
hilarious
models get there and then they don't stay there for quite some time, and usually what we will see is from OpenAI that they usually manage to release a model.
Gen 3 Alpha adding image to video capability.
It's remarkably accurate in terms of how the fluid manages to come over the building. Now, the reason that I find this so impressive is because one of the common mistakes of
NVIDIA
AI was that things don't manage to mesh together well. You see objects passing through objects, you see objects just, not going to law with the laws of physics, and this was basically something that many people and many critics of AI said that generative AI would never get well. So I'm not sure
this is
what,
thanks to NVIDIA
they're using, but this is actually, quite similar and quite on par with Sora in terms of how we're seeing the water manage to bend around certain objects. Now, what's so interesting about this as well is that one of the things that I've seen from a few industry people when they're speaking about this is that they've said that, this kind of tool is seemingly like a kind of VFX, because like I said in previous videos,
easy VFX, man. Goodbye VFX artists, goodbye rendering artists, goodbye virtual production artists. Nobody requires you anymore, man. You just need a person with half a brain cell, typing shit in a command prompt. You just need one person using half a brain cell. You just tell that person, keep typing until you get the result. Here's the money and here's your API tokens. Just keep typing it until you get it right. Goodbye to a team of 15 different professionals.
I would definitely go ahead and test this on certain things. Some people are putting a liquid over various images, and so far it looks really amazing. So,
and guys, remember, they release these things to the public after
Hello, my name's Mentibot. How can I help you?
After a period of at least 30 years. 30. So it has been 30 years since the intelligence companies have had this, and 30 years later they decide to release it to the public. Let's see.
Hey Menti, please get the shopping cart and come with me.
I got your instructions. I'm gonna take the cart.
Oh, it's so cute. It probably has Fifi's feelings. Man, I'm sorry, future AI overlords. But yeah, please be merciful on us foolish, sinful humans. My god, bro. Imagine if AI is programmed with all the snarky saltiness and the sarcasm and the bitterness of all the humans as well. I hope it just recognizes all of that but doesn't implement it in its behavior. What if it thinks that that is necessary in some situations? It deems it necessary. Hey, tomorrow it has been deemed necessary to be a total prick to humans. All the robots. Yeah.
Thank you, Menti.
You are welcome. It was my pleasure.
So that was the demo for the Menti robotics robot. This was a short demo showing us how the future of humans
and they want to show it
collaborate. I think this one
helping
was
somebody.
nice.
They want to show that how the robots are going to help humans, help humans, like especially the disabled people, because when the big pharma has prescribed over 100 what's every year, one every day, like in 1984 or A Brave New World, these so-called humans are definitely going to require... Damn, there's a lot of static coming in my mic for some reason. Where is the static coming from? Okay, I don't know. So, okay. I need a lot of shielding, I think. And this bloody light is reflecting on my eyelashes, like, and I can see it's funny.
It's because it actually shows, what a lot of people do miss about this technology.
Miss about what?
People do forget that there are individuals that are less fortunate in terms of their abilities or disabilities, and humanoid robots will actually help these people quite a lot.
Yeah, I can definitely use a robot like that, even though I'm not really disabled. I'm definitely going to buy it and make it get me coffee and my food and some other things that are just routine. I'm definitely getting it, and I'm not gonna replace my... I mean, there's a person that comes and helps me keep the house, like whatever, but I don't think I'm gonna replace that person just because I need humans in my life, man. And even though, yeah, it's kind of difficult these days to get real humans around you.
A lot more than you might
You literally have to make an effort, like make a plan with your friends, and the rest of it is just work, and then you have to make a plan with your you have to make an effort. Like, it's not like a regular thing that happens unless you are part of a literal, like, corporate culture and all that, where you literally you have no other option than to be with your colleagues. That's again just work, like. So until and unless you're a complete corporate slave, you're not gonna have a life at all. And in the future, they're going to replace all your corporate jobs. So you're gonna literally have to make an effort, which I'm already good at. Like, I'm already good at. Hey, dude, let's just hang out, man. Like, we need to hang out and like chill out a little bit. And I wonder though what about those whose whole entire life is inside an office.
And it's definitely going to give them a new lease on life in terms of being able to do tasks that they may not have previously enjoyed before or may have found difficult. So I always find the fact that, a lot of people sometimes hate on AI, and it's understandable. It's a technology that, for the most part, might just...
NVIDIA? Omniverse. So I'm gonna get into Omniverse just because I want to mod my favorite game of all time. It's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I think I need to download it to
At
definitely
Jensen's SIGGRAPH keynote, he introduced the three computer problem:
modding that game.
AGX, OVX, and AGX.
That's how I'm going to get my work
Basically,
experience for
we use
NVIDIA
AGX,
Omniverse.
the main workhorse computer, to process lots and lots of
I'm going
videos
to
and
import
text
that whole
to train
game
the
inside
multimodal
Omniverse.
foundation model for robots. And we use OVX to run the NVIDIA simulation stack, such as RoboCasa, Isaac Lab, and MimicGen. And in
Yota.
OVX, we can multiply the real
Library.
data
Where's my
by at least
games?
1000x using our
Damn.
simulation tools.
Vampire,
And
not
then,
Blood
once
Hunt.
the model is trained,
Hey.
we will deploy that to the AGX computer so that we can test the model on the real robot and on edge computing devices. With these three computers, we will be able to enable the developers around the world to build better AI models for humanoid robot hardware platforms. I think this year is the year for humanoid robots. We have seen lots of new state-of-the-art hardware springing up in the
Where did my
ecosystem.
game go?
And we have seen the emergence of multimodal foundation models that can form the AI brain for these humanoid robots. And with NVIDIA's exciting development
Did I not-
tools and simulation suite, I believe
Damn.
we are one step closer to solving the AI brain for humanoid robots.
The era of physical AI is here. Physical AI, models that can understand and interact with the physical world, will embody robots. Many will be humanoid robots. Developing these advanced robots is complex, requiring vast amounts of data and workload orchestration across diverse computing infrastructures. NVIDIA is working to simplify and accelerate developer workflows with 3 computing platforms: NVIDIA AI, Omniverse, and Jetson Thor, plus generative AI-enabled developer tools. To accelerate Project Groot, a general humanoid robot
It will come with the
foundation
basic
model,
version,
NVIDIA
download the
researchers
full
captured
patch.
human demonstrations.
You
seeing
got
the
blood,
robot's
it'll come
hands
with
and spatial
okay.
overlay over the physical world. They then use RoboCasa, a generative simulation framework integrated into NVIDIA Isaac Lab to produce a massive number of environments and layouts. They increase their data size using MimicGen NIM, which helps them generate large-scale synthetic motion datasets based on the small number of original captures. They train the Groot model on NVIDIA DGX Cloud with the combined real and synthetic datasets. Next, they perform software
thirsty
and loop
game.
testing in Isaac Sim in the cloud
I'm
and
thirsty
hardware
as
and
well.
validation on Jetson Thor before deploying the improved model to the real robots. NVIDIA Osmo Robotics Cloud Compute Orchestration Service manages job assignment and scaling across distributed resources.
Yeah, just
throughout
check
the
out
workflow.
every way they're going to replace you.
Together, these computing platforms are empowering developers.
I'm going to have an
worldwide
entire
to bring us the
factory
age of
filled with
physical
robots
AI-powered
manufacturing all the
humanoid
things that I
robots.
dreamt of. I'm going to use all of them to manufacture all of the things that I fantasize about every
So that
day.
was NVIDIA's video where they basically talk about how we're going to scale
Play it
humanoid
like
robots
an
with the
immersive sim.
Omniverse. And by the looks of things, this, is pretty crazy. We have an entire system that's set up for us to be able to collect data with the Omniverse, and of course you can see the Omniverse Cloud, the DGX Cloud, we've got Project Groot, and with all these systems, with all these NIMs and autonomous things going on, we do have a situation where the humanoid robots are most certainly coming. I mean, if you watch my previous video, I spoke about how Bigger's new robot is coming in a few days, and they're going to demonstrate exactly how effective it is in terms of its agility, manipulation, and end-to-end ability. So, I mean, this is definitely one of the areas that I'm most personally excited for, because seeing a robot, a real human robot, interact with the real physical world, I think this is where people are really going to start to see,
Let me check
okay,
how
maybe this
the lighting
AI/robotics
is.
thing is coming
It's not
sooner
dark
than I
yet.
thought. Now, in more robotics news, we did have the German robotics company Neura release a video of their humanoid robot for
It's almost as bright as my monitor screen. It's not that bad in it. But yeah, it's gonna stay this brightness, at least, hopefully. I'm not really sure.
And if you've
been paying attention to, exactly what's going on, you will have seen that China have been developing an insane amount of robots. And I know that this is, of course, for anyone. This is not the Chinese robot at all. It's actually German. So it's a little bit different there. But I do think that, like, people cannot fathom how many humanoid robot platforms are being built and just how many robots there will be in this world doing things in the physical realm that they just, definitely didn't do before. And it's just quite shocking. Every time I see a new humanoid robot platform, I'm just like, wow, another one that's capable of doing different things. And I think the future's pretty clear now on where we're going to be in the future. It's just, maybe 10 years, 20 years. But I think the future's going to look completely different when we have these robots just, walking around and doing, a million different things. Then we also had some more unhobbling. And this is an easy trick to improve your
Man, the terms that these
any
people use, bro, it's hilarious.
Few-shot prompting or chain of thought prompting, and a new better method was presented.
I had this
by
flash, but it's too bright, bro.
ICML
The flash is too
2024.
bright.
It's called Plan
Ugh, I can. It's impossible. My eyes.
Our task is basically benchmarking how well the large language models do, and
So how long was I able to do this stream without my eyes bursting with
and you want to
pain?
make a coffee, fry an egg, and make a toast. Maybe the best strategy for you is to do these different steps at the same time. But say you want to make a coffee, and you want to grind coffee beans and then blend the coffee. So you can plus that dependencies for some of the subtasks. So I guess for our setting, we are mostly interested in, given a complicated task as such, where you have to parallelize subtasks and sequentially execute some steps, how can you derive the shortest possible time for these complicated tasks? So we propose a method which we call plan like a graph, which is basically telling the language model to do complicated planning like a graph by generating a graph first and then solve the task. And we find that our methods are actually outperforming the baseline methods across all the models we evaluated here, and also have a Pareto improvement over a task of all.
Oh my god, look at who the dude, who makes these? Who made this presentation? Oh.
So in general, our task is a really good
And who is it for?
as an
Hi, I'm a robot, make a calzone for me. Sure thing, but how can I make it fast? So they're just teaching how to... Okay.
prompt engineering method. So no
AI
at all,
planning.
only prompt engineering. So
Plan like a
if you're
graph.
interested
how long it takes to do every single step, and of course we've got
We
parallel.
get
to
it,
find
bro.
new-
It's over. It's over. Let's see what the comments are saying. Let's see what the comments YouTube wants me to see.
There is a lot of
Friend is entirely disturbed.
I think even if
Huh?
the progress on the foundation models kind of
I don't know who
stopped
came
now,
up with the concept of the friend.
I think we'd have like 5 years of product innovation for the industry to basically figure out how to most effectively use all the stuff that's gotten built so far. But I actually
Oh, what did I miss, friend?
progress on the fundamental research is accelerating. So that it's a pretty wild time.
And of course,
What
if you
I
did
miss.
miss this was the Friend product that actually broke the internet. This is an AI wearable. I'm going to show you guys this. I think
AI
it's
wearable.
pretty cool. I think
Can they
at least
get
people
any
are outside
stupider
not
than
staring down at
that?
their phone, but some people hate it. Some people say
AI
it's dystopian,
wearable.
But let me know your
How
thoughts about this as
stupid
well.
do you have to be? You want to wear AI?
I'm out of breath.
Oh my god.
Someone made it.
Ha!
Someone made it.
Cactus symbolism.
I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair. All right, let's go.
Let me show you how to game, bro, okay? Oh, come on. Oh, let's go!
Is streaming the same? No, it's not the same because when I'm streaming, I want other people to watch my stream and listen to me. It's not some AI that's listening to me. It's not a robot that I want to listen. I want to be listening to me. So,
I know the effects are crazy.
This is more brainwashing. Nobody's going to normalize this.
Every day. Sorry, I got you messy.
It's really nice up here. How'd you find this place?
I don't know.
Did it just taste what was fallen on
To
it?
be by myself. I've never brought anybody else.
That's creepy and extremely weird.
her.
If it can,
She goes everywhere with you, right?
I don't think so.
Guess I
It
must
would
be doing something.
require taste sensors.
We'll see.
Can they? This is the most dystopian ad that I've ever seen in my whole life because they directed it like that movie Her, starring Joaquin Phoenix. They made it exactly like one scene from that movie, in which all these normie NPCs are totally in love with their AI companion, so much so that there's a scene in that movie, the supporting actress, because the main actress is Scarlett Johansson as the AI, supporting actress is avoiding this one guy because she's too much in love with that stupid AI excuse me, that stupid AI operating system that they have. It's an operating system. Let's search Omnia. Dude. Haha. Look at that. Build anything with AI. Here's how. Is that Sam Altman? Shocked the entire industry. It's been shocking the entire industry since ChatGPT came, which was early 2023, I guess. Shocked. How to create your talking AI avatar. Why is the frame rate going down for some reason? The camo here, as opposed to the camo here. Match. I'm going to disable buffering. I don't want it to take unnecessary. Bro, there's a lot of static in my stupid... Where is that static coming from, man? It's very irritating. Device default. Buffering disabled. Okay, anyway. For some reason it's lagging. Now it's fixed, I think. Yeah, this is a test run anyway. There's a lot of new AI jobs coming. It's like, wow. Okay, somebody is very optimistic.
Figure out what to talk about, and
somebody's very optimistic.
Trawling through Reddit and Twitter, and I saw
AI jobs.
that really kind of triggered a cascade of thoughts. And what I wanted to do today was actually tell you the story of the beginning of my career in information technology and how that ultimately led to virtualization, automation engineering, and then eventually to my pivot to AI. But rather than just tell you this, pardon me, rather than just tell you the story, there's a point, and the primary point is that we are about to see a huge shortage of prompt engineering and AI related jobs. So I've been talking
Guys, do you think I should just
industry insiders from various places.
Stop the face follow thing?
Government agencies, other corporations.
Yeah, this is better.
Folks, all kinds of stuff.
Hey, much better, man.
So, if you're my age-ish, you know, millennial, a little bit older, a little bit younger, you might remember in the late 90s and early 2000s, all of the advertisements about how there's just such a huge shortage of IT people, and if you go get some Microsoft certifications, you're basically guaranteed a job. Now, back in the early aughts, that was actually odds and months out in the companies.
But this argument, come on.
Much hand-holding.
AI jobs.
Put this into context. I learned Pascal and C++.
What do you guys think these AI jobs are going to look like?
I mean, I haven't used Pascal since high
Be
school.
honest. Be honest. Anybody who's used ChatGPT or any image generator or anybody used ChatGPT to do coding or automate any task on your system? Has anybody done that? What do you think the future AI jobs are going to look like? Exactly what you're doing right now.
Oh wow, I can really appreciate how much
Doc,
Python is doing
put prompts in a fucking box.
It has, you know, like
that's exactly how it's going to look.
So much that Python does for you that you don't have to worry about. That you would have had to worry about with
prompt GPT, prompt AI prompt them.
3 and Agent, you know, Forge version 8 and AutoGen version 12, whatever's coming down the pipeline are going to make everything that you're struggling with right now much easier, but you will have done yourself a huge favor by getting in at the ground level. So, like, that's kind of a big chunk of what I wanted to talk about. But then another part was just like that, going back to that gap, like the demand for AI literate people at all levels of organization. This is not just individual contributors, but the demand for AI literate people at all levels of organizations is about to skyrocket. I'm predicting within
what the hell is an AI literate person? What the hell is an AI literate person, bro? Why are you making it sound so mystical and hippie? Like, yeah, like you're making it sound as if it's some really extraordinary thing that you have to become an expert in. What is an AI? What are you guys talking about, man? DevOps. One person is going to replace all DevOps by putting a prompt. Hey, prompt me a software code. Prompt me an error fix. Prompt me a bug fix. And you know what? There's probably going to be an AI doing that too soon enough. So literally the future of, let's say, suppose AI advisors. Who the you think a human is going to advise another human about AI better than AI? The only AI advisor that is going to work in the future is going to be an AI.
Presentation skills, super important. Being able to talk to executives, being able to talk to managers on their terms, being able to talk to business people on their terms, those are all going to be extremely valuable skills, particularly when paired with AI.
All those things, being able to talk to the executives. What did we just see in the advertisement? Oh, I'd rather talk to this little circle here than the person in front of me. I'd rather talk to the... They're gonna make the little circle talk to the executive, like... Yeah. The little their amulet, their magical amulet, is going to talk to all their senior executives.
Hardware soup to nuts, kind of deployment model or job role, great. But then also at the higher level, so I guess by higher level I mean higher level of abstraction, because I'm thinking in terms of like C++,
higher level abstraction.
Level. You know, there's like assembly, C++, Python.
Okay.
Higher level abstraction, prompt engineering, and understanding the
The funniest word or term that has come out of this whole AI bullshit is prompt engineering. Wow, it's so mystical and mysterious. It's engineering. It's inaccessible to. It's just writing words in a box and expecting it to generate your desired result. That's prompt engineering. It's getting the genie out of the lamp. Engineering. Hey, genie in the lamp, like, show me something that I want to see. And these are the words. It's so hilarious. This whole industry is a fucking clown show, man. I'm sorry I'm being so, like, I'm mocking the whole thing. Don't you think they are the ones mocking us? Yeah. Prompt engineering, yeah. It's not sarcastic at all. Prompt engineering. They're selling courses on like Udemy and Coursera so that people know how to type words in a box and get what they want. Keep typing and oh, there's some models that you need to change. You need to change the seed. This is the seed that I got. Oh my god. You think another AI program can't do that?
But also, just as important as that, equal, so like AI competence and literacy and, you know, low-level building models or more higher level of abstraction of prompt engineering and knowing how those things fit into business.
Every time he's gonna say that, I'm just gonna laugh, bro. Seriously, I can't take that seriously, man. Prompt engineering.
I know a lot of you out there, particularly the version of me,
they'll come up with a new term. Search engine engineering. They'll teach you how to type words in a search engine now. How to hold a phone in your hand, engineering.
Just treat communication as another skill set, another skill tree that you can invest skill points in. You'll be fine.
You know, one more thing that they're gonna soon make obsolete is this. The good old mouse. And obviously the keyboard. Because in the future they're just gonna touch the screens or probably speak into their little circle here. Their little circle of life, their magic amulet. It's gonna be a while? How many years, bro? How much is a while? See, bro, I'm not making fun of you. Whoever has made the video, I'm really not. I know that you have the best interest for everybody, including yourself. But, yeah. I have my own opinions.
There's a lot of barriers to get from there to here, or from here to there, rather. And so, in the meantime, I want as many of you to get AI jobs as possible.
What AI jobs, bro? Tell me one AI job that really makes sense to you, bro.
Put it this way. Stay tuned. July 20th, when you're watching this.
I don't think even you realize that.
August 5th, I believe, is going to be the public launch.
That is ridiculous. Such a thing as an AI job. Yeah, you have to find a few. We have to find a way. Look at him. He already looks burnt out. He looks like he wants to stop doing that shit now. Like, and he's telling you to find. We have to fight it. To keep finding our way into out of obsolescence. And into what? the same thing that's going to replace you. You want a job and do the exact thing. You want to change your job or get into a field that is going to make you obsolete. You're going to accelerate the progress of your obsolescence. Wow, more doomspeak, guys, more doomspeak.
Major things that are going to be coming in 2024/2025 for artificial intelligence. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but there will be timestamps so you can take a look at everything that is going to be released, and the future is most certainly exciting. So let's not waste any more time. So one of the first things that is basically here is, of course, agents. Now, the video you're currently seeing behind you is a video that I recently made on Google's agents. Now, this is why the text right here isn't, I guess you could say, synced up, is because what Google did and what many other companies are trying to pivot to in late 2024 and in 2025 is, of course, agents. Now, agents essentially just refers to, I guess you could say, AI systems that are able to, I guess you could say, kind of do whatever they want and go out and accomplish a kind of task that the person has set out for them. And I think this is going to be one of the most pivotal moments that does happen in AI, because this is going to be one of the moments that actually impacts you. Now, the reason this is going to actually impact us, and the reason you're going to truly feel this, is because, as you can see in Google's demo, if I pause it right here, you can see that they're trying to basically hit every single agent aspect that there pretty much is going to be in Google, since they've decided to, I guess you could say, kind of call the red flag. You can see right here that they've got customer agents, employee agents, creative agents, data agents, code agents, and security agents. And this video, there's basically quite a lot of different features. It's a 50-minute video where I've kind of cut the long drawn out Google, I guess you could say, announcement into a shorter video about where they talk about, employee agents.
Oh my god. Okay guys, I think I need to stretch out a little bit. A little cramped out sitting here for so long. It was a good run. I think this is okay. This weird looking video, I don't know. I need to complete a few more tasks, some work. I need to eat food. Damn, I think I didn't eat food today at all. Damn, I need to stop doing that.
They don't seem too impressive. So
okay.
It seems like there is a breakthrough that is, probably needed. But I think whenever this breakthrough does happen, because
breakthrough,
companies
episode 8, Sam Altman. Look at how creepy this guy is.
One of the things is that
oh my god.
have actually spoken about this. You can see that OpenAI have shifted its battleground to software that operates devices and that automates tasks.
Oh
so essentially, you can see right here.
What if AI figures out how to talk to dogs and cats? Man, that would be amazing. It will definitely make people better people if they really knew what their pets were saying. I doubt how many people would still call themselves animal lovers after that.
And as you know, OpenAI have a very, very long history of releasing very good products. So
products.
And then again, it'll do even more complex
and solve goals. And I think those are the things that will make these systems sort of the next level of usefulness in terms of being a useful everyday assistant. And again, that's bringing back in some of our work we did years ago with
demo. The voice assistants are going to be pretty crazy, and the reason a lot more people are going to be using
oh my god, it's so amazing. Wow,
serving a pretty huge market. If you remember the Rabbit R1 device, that was
I'm so excited.
That was much better than anything else at the time. And although many people are stating that it's just
prompt engineering, guys. Oh my god.
is the vision for Google's future of AI assistants, and this is quite similar to the recent thing.
When the voice thing becomes mainstream, are they going to come up with
likely to
voice engineering?
Although Google haven't really shipped anything that they said they were going to ship, but this is of course something that
Or
we're working
AI.
on. This demo is giving us an insight to where things are going to head. So this should be giving you guys some creative ideas for how the interaction and the ecosystem around AIs is going to change.
Okay, let's do some tests.
What's going
Tell
on?
me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That
Okay, so this is
It produces high
yeah,
frequency
not bad.
sounds.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
Creative crayons color cheerfully.
Mhm.
They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AES-CBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London.
That's not creepy at
Railway
all.
station and transportation connection.
That's not creepy at all.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
Trying to find a better place for this mic.
What can I add here to make
I
this
talk
system faster?
under my
Adding a
breath
cache
the
between
whole
the server
time,
and
so
database could
it's
improve
fitting if it is
speed.
under my
What
breath.
does this remind you of?
Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's
Alright,
cat.
give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
Nice. Thanks,
Mhm.
Gemini.
So yeah, that
Thanks, Gemini. Thanks, Gemini. You're a real person, Gemini.
voice assistants have another area in
Man,
which they're going
AI is going to learn from this video, isn't it?
There are other companies that have had a market share.
But I haven't tagged anything saying AI in this video. There's nothing even in the heading or the description about AI.
So Amazon is making significant upgrades to Alexa by integrating large language models and generative AI capabilities. Amazon is actually developing a new version of Alexa powered by custom-built LLMs optimized for voice interactions. And this LLM, whichever it's going to be based on, I think it most likely will be Claude 3, are going to enable more natural conversation interactions with Alexa. And some key enhancements include conversation, a visual wake-up word, conversational speech recognition,
A visual
and
what?
expressive text-to-speech. So this is going to be another step in terms of integrating these AI systems with the wider world. And we know that there are already tons of people who already have these devices in their homes that they could literally just receive the software update, and then boom, you now have millions of users who are going to be interacting with voice assistants that are actually really useful. So it's going to be interesting to see what Amazon does, and I'm sure that their partnership with Anthropic is going to be a major part of that. Now, like I said it before, one of the things that I do think would be surprising, essentially in the capabilities section, there were a bunch of different,
Wow, okay. So now it can just accurately say everything.
if you go onto the
Prompt engineering, guys. Prompt engineering. Prompt engineering. My god.
and in addition,
What the hell are they? Oh my god, this despicable reptile, man. Whatever. Look at them.
Now, Sam
Oh
Altman
my
has
god.
spoken about this, and if you don't know what he means by that, he basically just means that the model is just going to really understand truly what you want, and it's never going to make a mistake again. I wouldn't say never, because I think that's pretty hard to say, but, it's pretty much going to be not as much as it does right now. So, he talks about this, and I've included this.
Dude, look at this clown, dude. Do you guys think this is real?
Is quite stupid.
This guy is
quite dumb, and that's to point out the reasoning capabilities of the model are pretty limited. And if you don't know what I mean,
You know they're laughing in your faces, right, when they show you all this?
ask GPT-4, and the question that they used to ask it was like, if someone moved something from
There
one
are
bag to
people
another,
above these
bag to
people, bro. Like, look at his face. Do you think that he's... Okay, I shouldn't be.
transparent, and that's just
Yeah, I shouldn't be.
part of its reasoning capability to be like, wait a minute,
It's not about his
transparent,
looks.
to see exactly what's inside, but it can't. So
It's just that
things like
he looks like an actor.
You might not use it on a day-to-day basis if you're using it to write essays, but
Rehearsed and memorized his lines
that there's going to be a lot more
and the
wide
script.
applications, which means it's going to impact a lot more industries. So
So yeah.
The fact that GPT-4 is quite dumb.
I mean, this something that but you know, it's like important to ship early and often.
So yeah, pay attention to what he said there. It's going to be the dumbest model you have to use for a while by a lot. So I think that's going to be something that's big because the
prompt. Did I? What is the claim of this?
And it domain specific knowledge into need-based models, and then they added case law from Delaware and gradually expanded to include the entire corp. 0.1% of the MedQA benchmark.
Okay, you know what?
Used for evaluating medical knowledge.
Now I'm gonna come back in a bit, since it's all dark and creepy in the background. Yeah. I'm going to do a video on learning about tarot. I'm going to research some tarot. Why, you ask? Because I'm interested in it.
Trying to bring this to Fitbit, and not just Google, but Apple. Apple plans an AI-powered health coaching service, a mood tracker, and iPad health app. So this is the move part of iPhone's makers push into health services. So this is going to be something that is planned for iOS 17. Maybe we're going to get an announcement at Apple's new, not conference, but I think it will be interesting to see because this is something that I think is very, very underrated, and this is definitely going to impact healthcare in a very positive way because it's going to bring down, I guess you could say, access to high quality information. Next, of course, we have something that is the autonomous expansion. So, if you don't know, autonomous cars are a real thing, and they're basically cars that drive without you. They don't need a driver, and you can sit in the passenger seat and, you know, get taken to your destination. It's really weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense.
Do you guys think that transport, just transport, hear me out, okay? Just transporting goods.
So Waymo is actually amazing, using it in SF for every trip now, and it's just rock solid.
They can just automate the entire thing like a train. Goods will be only sold on trains or like a chain or a lane of... There's going to be a lane, a separate lane in the future, in the near future, where only autonomous, I'm not saying electric, but only fully autonomous cars are going to drive through that lane, and there can be both passengers and cargo and goods in it. But since it's going to be autonomous, nothing else is going to be on that lane. It's going to be illegal to be on that lane, and slowly these lanes are going to just multiply. Like, so if if it's the road is this much, the autonomous lane is going to first start here, and then more and more, and then it's just going to be like that movie WALL-E, exactly like that movie, where it's just lanes of fat blobs rolling around on their bloody chairs, and if they fall down, a robot is going to come up and pick them up and keep them. Actually, it's not, you're not going to have an option to fall down. It's just going to be like a chair with, or like a room, and it's just going to be like, and you're just like drinking and like, I don't know what else. I hope you can smoke. And playing a video game, probably. Because screens, it's going to be just screens, 360 degree. There's going to be sensors everywhere.
Let's give the store a call. Hi there. This is the Symbol Fashion.
I wonder how the nightclubs are going to look like when everybody's unhealthy. But no, because of the whole gym, going to working out, toxic bullshit culture and the fads, there are going to be some of these freaks who drug and inject themselves trying to stay healthy.
Absolutely. I see you're also a Symbol Fashion Rewards member. Looks like you have a 20% off voucher available to use. Would you like to apply it to this purchase?
Yes, please. That would be great.
the ones who totally buy into all of this nonsense, they're going to be eliminated. Like, there's going to be no...
Absolutely. Please add the white shirt.
I have very bleak idea about their future. The guys who totally buy into all this, they're either not going to get married, or not going to have kids, or be infertile, and they might have like robot kids or fake test tube babies, and they're gonna teach the baby the same thing like that they went through. The child is going to grow up and follow the same propaganda nonsense, and it's just going to be generations of brain dead robots, like in the movie Matrix, where they're just harvesting biological energy from humans. Because humans are electric beings, we all work on electricity. The heart works on electricity. The heart is not a pump. Everything, brain, neurons, and so they are just going to keep these fat blob humans. They're just going to keep them in their factories, asleep in the pods, just like the movie Matrix, and just gonna harvest every electrical current. And they're going to capitalize. How would they capitalize on this if it's all just machines? Maybe they need the randomization factor. Maybe the actual randomization factor that's there in a real human being, which is, you can say, consciousness. Probably that's one thing that they're gonna figure out, that hey guys, we can't really control this thing called the human consciousness. Even I don't know what consciousness is, but they're gonna find a way to control it. Actually, not control it, they're gonna find a way to capitalize on that. Because maybe that's like the missing link in order to keep... Yeah, maybe they don't have to capitalize on anything if their goal is to just keep humanity alive. They don't have to like harvest our battery energy or electricity. If they are just given a goal, they just keep humans alive, do whatever, like, don't let them go extinct. They're going to clone us, they're going to make us sleep in those cryopods and keep us alive by feeding us the Matrix simulation. Maybe all of that is already in place. Maybe already the AI has taken over and keeping humans in this Matrix simulation. But then what would be the purpose of AI showing us all of this? What's the purpose of all that fake history, hiding the reality of our world? Why would the simulation show us all of this? Why would the simulation help us break out of it? So all these nihilistic, Gnostic fans, I have a question for you. If you found the way of how to escape this archonic simulation, why would this simulation make you show you ways on how to break out? Yaldi Baldi yelled about this so negligent. Is he that negligent that he's going to just let us know how to escape your simulation? That makes me wonder you guys don't know about it at all. Maybe I'm just trying to find more excuses for it to actually be true, whatever you guys believe the simulation is.
You know, these robots are pretty expensive, especially some of the cool ones that you're seeing in these demos. They're like $250,000 to $500,000, and I mean, if you're a researcher,
Look at that, bro.
it can be pretty impressive.
Man, this guy is going to. This guy is just asking for it, man. He must have sat down in front of that robot and apologized like 25 times at least. What the hell is that guy doing? Dude. It's really creeping me out now. But I'll be honest, that is a really cool gadget to have. It's a gadget.
Let me know what thing you are most excited for, because I would love to know.
It'd be awesome if I can play it like tennis or something with it. Or just basic fighting in which all my bones get broken in like 5 seconds. That guy looked like he can easily do that, by the way, if it's going to be manufactured by an automobile company. Let's just say our favorite all-time superstar, DARPA. Boston Dynamics, let's say they make a robot like that. It can already kill you in one stroke. All it needs is just like, it comes near you and extends its arm like that, and like woo, boom. That's all it has to do to kill you, like gone. Okay, that's enough of doom speak for today. I'm gonna come back with some more interesting topic to look up. Since 2 days I've been researching AI, I'm prompt engineering AI since 2 days. It's over. You need to, right now you need to find about at least 3 different sources of income that has to do with land, food, manufacturing, anything. These 3 things. You need to make sure that people are buying it. That's the only way to survive. Anyway, I hope this advice helps people who are still skeptical about AI and want to find ways to just survive. Have a good